Council Marianne, LaBarge, do you want to take that one?
Don't want to take that up. Okay, to be honest with you, you are asking for a counselor to come out and talk about that. I'm one, okay? And my reasons for that is because of the 16 months that we've gone through without talking, okay? Can this be challenged in the courts with this so-called gag order? I think it could be.
Explain
All right,
it.
no, I'm going on, but she's asking
No,
me.
I don't understand the challenge in court. What could be challenged in court?
This gag order.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I think that could be challenged in court. I have not heard of one city, okay, ever placing a gag order on a city council, ever. Now, I'd like to finish
You
because
still have a-
what, and my reasons for what I'm saying to you, Councilor Carney, is because of the 16 months, okay? Right now, I'm not even in support of these two ordinances, and my reasons are is because of that 16 months having that gag order. I feel it's political. I just feel it's political. That's all I've been hearing again tonight is about candidates who are running for election. Okay, so you're going to have, by the time you vote on this, you're going to have like 3 weeks for election. Is that enough time for any candidate running, all of us, even if we don't have somebody running against us, to go through all these people in the city and explain your reasons about that landfill? I think you're going to have a hard time. My thing is that I feel we've been elected by the people. We've gone for 16 months, okay, of not being able to talk to them, right? 16 months, which is a long time. I feel it's our job to take and do the tough decisions here of voting on this special permit. I think it's our responsibility, that's the way I'm looking at it, that we should make that decision. 16 months we sat back, then we should come out and say, election time or not, yes, do you agree with this landfill expansion, and give your reasons why. Because that's what the voters are going to want to hear. Or, no, I don't agree with it, and my reasons why. I think we need to trust them, and they need to hear us on how we feel about this special permit. That's my reason.
All right, I need to say something. I don't know if this is what you're saying, Council, but if councilors here come out and say how they are going to vote on a special permit before we have even had hearings on a special permit, I, for one, will challenge that legally, because that is not appropriate. It's not about a gag order, it's how you act as a special permitting body. You cannot make a decision and then sit on a permitting body, one way or another. That's my concern. And that is challenged all the time, okay? Whether it's a city council, and people challenge this all the time, and you cannot do that. I agree with Councilor Murphy. It's a question of common sense of how you discuss that. It's not a gag order. But you cannot come out one way or another, leaning one way or another. You have to have an open mind. That's what it means to sit on a quasi-judiciary body. Now, I'm getting a little tired of these political accusations on one side, so I'm going to make it on the other side. Why can't we have right now an open, I think there's some fear about having an open discussion about a very complex issue. So it's not just one side that can get angry about this. I'm tired of being accused of this as being a political thing on one side. This is a complex situation. I hope that we could discuss this in a way that is not political, because you know what, this isn't about this mayor's race. It's not even about who's going to be mayor, probably neither of you will be in 5 years or 10 years. This is a 20-year, 30-year decision that we are talking about. And we should be able to have a complex discussion about this with our citizens. And I don't know why, before an election, people are now saying, oh, well, we've suffered under this, constraint. And so, because I've suffered under the constraint, I'm not going to do it any longer. That sounds political to me, and it also sounds frightened. It sounds frightened about having open dialogue, not just having people screaming one side or the other. This is like the healthcare meetings that we saw in August, where people would pack and scream one way or another. This is about having the courage to stand up and have an open discussion about a very difficult issue. So I'm tired of being yelled at about one side of this being political.